Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. It's very early in the morning. It's like 3:23 a.m. And no, I haven't gone to sleep yet. The reason is when my alarm went off at 11:30 p.m., I was in the middle of working on some email and listening to a video, and the next time I look, it's 1:30 a.m. So between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 a.m., I was put to sleep with frequencies. And this has been happening a lot since I moved to rural Kentucky, in the middle of nowhere. Yes. And the radio frequencies are in my inner ears. I was surreptitiously implanted behind and inside of my ears. I could feel it. And I know because there was blood actually coming out of my ears. And there are other people that have mentioned the same thing. But there are a couple of things I wanted to mention. I watched another targeted person's videos, and they were very good. And she hashtagged me too gang stalking. The unfortunate thing is the hashtag was just hashtag me, and the TOO was separate from the me. If you're going to hashtag something like hashtag me too, gang stalking or Me Too targeted or whatever, it has to be all one word. Somebody commented on the implants in my knee, the new one from September 3rd. And one person responded, oh, it looks like a bug bite. It's not a bug bite. Bug bites go away. These implants are round and circular and hard. And as one person suggested, it feels like a small BB. And that's what it feels like. It does not go away. So just to let you guys know. And also, a friend here in Kentucky has a cat rescue also. And one of her cats became really lethargic. And this is a couple of years back. She finally brings the cat into the vet. Gets the cat x-rayed. And the cat is loaded with BBs. Evidently some sorry crapola neighbor was using her cat as target practice, and it was filled with BBs. They were able to remove some of them, but not all of them. So these criminals, it's very likely that they didn't enter my house to do this surreptitiously. They could have done it while I was on the lawnmower, and my knees are bent, right? I'm on the lawnmower, the knees are bent, and there could be somebody on the property either cloaked or walking or driving by and shooting it. Remember, we're talking about very advanced technology, and of course here everybody is very adept at using their weapons. As you could have heard from my video this morning, you could hear somebody shooting a weapon, a gun, 2 or 3 times in the morning. So I also wanted to mention, let's see, I've got a little list here of things I wanted to mention to you. Okay, the BBs, the implants, the Me Too. Oh, yes. There are long-distance lasers, or I should say there are lasers that can be shot long distance. In fact, when I was living at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey, in a home I lived in for 30 years as original owner, and all this targeting started, my mother hired a private security firm, a consultant, to come out from New York and sweep my house, etc. They told me that there are lasers and devices that can listen to your house from a mile away. I'm sure it's longer than that now. But there are definitely lasers out there that can go 15 feet at the very least. So it could be, if they can look inside of our homes with through-the-wall radar, that they could be utilizing devices through the wall to harm us, right? And they could be lasers or tasers or anything. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of a web hosting company. It's an older one called webs.com. back in 2010, I started a website through webs.com. And then in 2013, I started another one after I completed my master's program to highlight the work that I did with ADHD alternatives. The alternatives to medicating children diagnosed with ADHD. So I found out today, I was searching both of the websites, and every time I would search for a topic, it would populate on the internet, but it no longer had the usual icon next to it. It had Vistaprint. And I would click on it, and it would take me to Vistaprint to create a website. And after this happened repeatedly, I finally called Vistaprint to find out what was going on. And they said, well, you should have received an email from us that we purchased webs.com in August, just last month. They purchased webs.com in August, that they closed down all of their accounts, and now Vistaprint would be creating websites for anybody who created a website under webs.com and wanted to continue. So I thought that was really bizarre, because when they finally did send me an email of what the email would have looked like, I definitely never received it. I don't ever remember seeing it in my spam mail or whatever, but I'm going to fast forward. I never received the email. I never saw the email to click on it to find out that webs.com was being sold to Vistaprint. So as a result, both of my websites and probably thousands of other people's websites are no longer clickable. You can see that they existed. You could see all the headings and information and stuff, but nothing is clickable. So after being on the phone with Vistaprint for a long time, they did provide me with a website where there is a catalog or an indexing or an archive of all of those websites. It was a little tedious to get to, but I did spend some part of my day copying all the information that I created back in 2010 so that I wouldn't lose it. So that was very unexpected, time-consuming. Also, I want to show you guys that implant that I showed you that I got from September 3rd. What it's doing is, I'm going to explain what it's doing. Now I have like a callus around it. Like, it's very rough. I'm going to show it to you. Now, I haven't touched it. You know, I don't scratch it. It's not itchy or anything like that. But let me show you. This is what it looks like now. It's all red. And it almost looks like I have a callus, like I've been leaning on it or something. So, and this is not my good camera, folks. So here you go. You can see it's, like when I move it, it's round. The light reflects on it. It is perfectly round and hard. It is not a bug bite to that individual. And I could see how people who are not familiar with the program would want to conjure up a description based upon what they know to be true. And most people don't know to be true that there is a targeting program in the United States that people in the know can post your name in a revenge for hire government-funded program. So, you know, for all the newcomers that have subscribed because you're curious or because you like some of the other things I post, I am a targeted person. I've been targeted since I lived in New Jersey. The more I go looking through my files, folks, I have to tell you, I mean, it could go back as far as 2009. I was thinking 2012. But I was just noticing something in my folder today. I was looking for information, photos and stuff for a new website. So I'm scrolling down and I see photos from a fallen tree in my yard, dated 2009. And I looked at it and I'm thinking, why did that tree fall? Trees kept falling in my yard. I was the only person on the block that actually cared for their trees. I hired a landscaper, a special tree guy to come and trim them every 2 years. but all of my trees kept falling down. So I'm noticing this photo album. I'm going to have to look at it again. A tree that fell down in my yard in 2009. And also, I was the only person on the block who had a shrub uplift through by the roots during Hurricane Irene. And I think that was in 2010. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look. But if anybody knows, you could just give me a quick heads up on when Hurricane Irene hit New Jersey. But so this is what it looks like, folks. So anybody that had webs.com website, you know, from a long time ago, it was sold to Vistaprint. Vistaprint is, you more commonly know Vistaprint from their business cards. They have a very wide selection of business cards. You can design them yourself online, stationery, and all of that. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to wiggle it around so you could see that it's perfectly round. And again, this is not my good phone camera. I can possibly photograph it again with the other camera. Unfortunately, that camera is filled up. I don't have any more memory in it. I have to keep deleting stuff or sending it to my computer, my laptop, this phone. So here you go, folks. This is it. It's not a bug bite. And I'll show you. Let's see if I can find it. I have one in my ankle, too. See if I can find it. It wiggles. I showed it to the doctor. The doctor had no idea what it was. Here it is. It's right there. You probably can't see. I feel it, and it moves around. It's exactly it. It's wiggling around. Right there. You see what my ankles look like? Who gets bruises on their ankles like this? Why should I have bruises here? You see how red my toes are? Is this unbelievable? This is because when I wake up in the morning and you see bruises on my legs. And look at this one. This one's new. This is a burn. They gave this to me 2 days ago. I woke up with it. Burn marks on my legs. Now I want to tell you folks, a lot of people around here, a lot of the women, like they'll wear dresses, skirts, no stockings, no socks or whatever. I never see any bruises on their legs. I never see any bug bites, bruises on their legs. I wear socks and pants every day. I am covered literally head to toe. Even one of my perp neighbors asked me why I always wear long sleeves. Well, one, I don't really want to get a sunburn. Two, I don't want to get more bug bites. I definitely don't want to get mosquito bites. They're a pain in the butt. And plus, the bugs that are around here lately and across the country are suspect. So yeah, you can see all of these marks here. This is where I'm being targeted. This is not normal. It's being deliberately done to me, and they don't go away because they keep hitting the same areas over and over and over again. Their goal is to disable you, get you hospitalized, institutionalized, set up, Baker acted, etc. This is not normal, folks. Let me see. See if we have any other good stuff on my feet to show you. Of course, again, this is not... Oh, here. This one. Over and over and over and over again. And we'll go back to that knee. Look at this. It's not normal, guys. Look at this. It's not normal for somebody that doesn't smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, do drugs, take an aspirin, drink soda, eat genetically modified foods, walk every day, lift animals, clean coops. Yeah, and it's very rough. Very rough. Like, very, very rough. And what happens is it becomes rough because it's being instigated. When they implant these things, they don't do it just for the hell of it. They're doing it to cause you pain. They're doing it for a reason. It's got some substance in it that is triggered by something that they do. And I know that to be true because yesterday, I think it was yesterday, somebody was doing something and I felt it being zapped. I felt like more than pinpricks. It was a little bit more than a pinprick. It was like, it literally felt like it was being electrocuted. So this is it, and it's extremely rough. Very rough. And this is, oh, this was the surgery that they performed on me. Want to see this? May 20th, 2020 or 21. You could even see the scar. There's one scar there. They did something to the vein here. They wrapped it around. They're doing a lot of things. They're literally trying to disable me. But we will be moving here. And you see here, look at this. Like, where does this stuff come from? Look. These are not bug bites. They just don't go away. They never go away. They'll get lighter and then they start up again. So this is what these criminals do. So anyway, I look forward to your comments. Let me know if this happens to you also. There were a couple of people that mentioned that they have them, that they get these. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, I think it was a couple of videos ago, one of my friends had a body scan, and they found, I don't remember the actual number, I'd have to go back to my video, of semiconductors in her body. She actually sent me the report, and I could see where they're located on her body, like all the places that we've all talked about, like the ears, the neck, the head, the stomach, the ankles. She had one in her abdomen, her back. So anyway, I tried calling the guy today. I wanted to find out where he was located and, you know, what the deal is, how costly it is, and none of his phone numbers work anymore. It seems like somebody might have gotten to him. So nobody has asked me yet. Like when I put it out there, if anybody's interested in him, nobody did contact me. So I'm just giving you the heads up that this person has either been compromised or possibly moved or changed phone numbers. And, you know, I guarantee these people have to do that. It seems that a lot of people that help us change their phone numbers a lot because they don't want to be targeted. They don't want to be followed by these criminals. So I also stumbled across a video, and I'll discuss it more. It has to do with owning property and land. And there is a law that's on the books since like 1924. And it hasn't been changed. It's been challenged because of the Fourth Amendment. The right to be free on your property. But this old law allows federal people to come on your property and place cameras there. Yeah. And you have no say in it. Although somebody in Tennessee recently challenged it and I believe won the lawsuit. And there are states that do not have this law enacted, while there are others that do. And Kentucky is one that goes along to get along. Yeah. So that's why, you know, we need to get out of here also for that reason alone. But anyway, I'm tired. I need to get to sleep. And I just wanted to give you that information. I've been wanting to give it to you for a while. So to summarize, if you're going to hashtag #MeTooGangStalking or #MeTooTI, the hashtag and the me and the two all have to be one word. You cannot put a space in between it because it'll show up as hashtag me. It won't show up as hashtag me too, and it certainly won't show up as hashtag me too gang stalking. Then there is the implants that they're the size of a BB and they're hard. They don't go away. And now, like, I'm developing like hard skin around it, like a callus. Webs.com was sold to Vistaprint. And there are lasers that can slice things inside of your house without the individual being there. So I hope everybody's doing well. I look forward to your comments, and thank you everybody who's been sending me links to videos. I don't respond to everybody, but I do look at the videos. I don't have enough time in a day to watch everything that everybody sends me. And it does become very engaging. I have a lot of work to do this time of the year. I had some mulch delivered. I call it fluff. Pet mulch delivered for the chicken coops, and I've got to clean out one. And I had to do that, spread that, pick up branches that fall down, and the witchcraft that spread around my property. The witchcraft that spread around my property are that they leave pieces of plastic, wires. They'll place sticks in the symbol of an X, and they'll place it like equidistant around. So I have to go searching for it to see what they're doing. And then they'll take branches. They probably pull them off my trees or gather them from somebody else's yard like they did in New Jersey. And they place them all pointing in one direction in a circle. So I have to go dismantle and burn those witchcrafty poopy doopy things. Yeah, they're witchy poo stuff. Oh, this is what the other thing I wanted to mention. Yes, those Frey, May, Sins. Yes, there's a website. There are 2 websites where you can locate where all of their locations are and the name of their lodges. And when I say location, the physical address and the town. You can search by county, you can search by city, you can search by state. I posted the link in one of my other videos. I can post it again if anybody's interested, because you don't want to be living next door to one of these creatures. You don't want to be living next door to one of these lodges. You don't want to be living in the same town as one, although it's difficult because they are all over the place. But I have found places even in Kentucky where there are none. Okay, there are certain jurisdictions and townships that don't want these lodges there, and they'll fight to not have them there. So one such town here in Kentucky is called Paint Lick, which happens to be a beautiful town. So I was actually looking there before I moved here. It's a little more costly. The houses are a lot nicer. And it's, it's very nice. But nope, there are no lodges there. And then there are towns like mine that have 3. Could you imagine? There are 3 here, and they represent the entire county of 17,000 people. Yes, folks. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I look forward to your comments, and thank you everybody for subscribing and sharing. It helps the channel grow, gets the message out there, because we are definitely being shadow banned. Comments are definitely being removed by YouTube. Oh, if you want to know that for sure, go to the community tab on my homepage. Click on the community tab and scroll down. I reposted a video from a YouTube creator who did a video on that specifically, on YouTube censorship and censorship of comments. So go view that. It's not me. And he said the same thing. It's not me. Like, I'm sorry that this is happening to you, but it is not me. You have to check on your ends. And sometimes it is your phone. You'll have to reboot your phone. If you've logged in for too long, you might have to log in and out of YouTube and try again, or subscribe and unsubscribe and hit the notifications bell and go back to the comment section and post. And, I'm sorry that this is happening. It happens to me too. I post on other YouTube creators, and I notice that either what I write isn't exactly what I wrote. You know, it's like they want to make you look stupid by misspelling words and stuff. But sometimes my comments disappear also. But anyway, signing off for now. I will talk to you tomorrow.